So, welcome to our spoilers review of The Evil Librarian by Michelle Knudsen.
This was fun and I liked it.
You read the title and you're like, The Evil Librarian, you're like, oh, what? Alright, and then you find out that, there's romance and a play, and the librarian is actually a demon, and she has to send him back to hell, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be really, really cheesy. Or really good. Probably both. Let's see what happens.
Something about the new librarian isn't quite right.
Oh, is it that he's sleeping with his students?
Maybe it's his literally mesmerizing eyes.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Or the way students start acting like zombies after spending time with him. Or the horns and the giant bat-like wings that appear when he thinks no one's looking. Yeah, Mr. Gabriel's a demon. So our main character is Cynthia, her best friend is Annie, and there's a new librarian, and Annie is just like infatuated because, young, cute, maybe a bit of a hipster, cute,
mature,
mesmerizing eyes.
And she's like, sign me up. I guess I'm spending my whole year in the library. And that lasts for about 2 days before Cynthia's like, there's something really creepy about this guy. I don't like him. And, everybody seems weird after they come in contact with him. And then she realizes that he's a demon and she's like, fuck. She's like, I don't know what to do about it, but I kind of need help. So she goes to her really hot crush, Ryan Housley, and is like, listen, the librarian is a demon. And he's like,
no.
Bitch, you crazy.
He doesn't believe her at first, but one of his friends has been kind of affected by Mr. Gabriel, so he kind of eventually comes around. He comes around fairly quickly, and so it's like, okay, what are we gonna do? Because we have to do something.
I really like that sequence, by the way, where he figures out that, she's telling the truth, because she's like, let me show you. Maybe if I bring you down to the library,
so clever.
he'll be doing something creepy. And they walk in, and he's got, cloven hooves and bright wings, and he's like, oh, yeah, that is definitely a demon.
We should get out of here. That is using logic. Now, granted, that could have also backfired because, smiting. But
it didn't.
It didn't. They got in, they got out, they got what they needed, and then it's just like, okay, what are we gonna do? How do we kill a demon?
This is 50 pages. It just fires it out at you. Oh, yep, girl's got a crush on him. Oh, he's creepy. Oh, he's a demon. Oh, convinced my crush he's a demon. Oh, look, we've still got 350 pages left. Yeah.
I liked her crush on Ryan. It made me laugh.
I related to it. Because, when you, see a really hot celebrity, and you're just oh, yeah, my ideal weight is him on top of me. That's kind of her. That's pretty much how she thinks.
And this has been something that's been going on her entire time at high school. All of her friends know that she is obsessed with him. Obsessed.
Yeah, they're like, yes, you have a crush on Ryan Housley. We know. He's over there. No, close your mouth and look at me.
She is the tech director for Sweeney Todd. She's in charge of building the chair. She refers to the people on her tech team as her minions, which I also related to. That was me in high school. And she just sits there and just because Ryan is Sweeney Todd, and she's just he is the most perfect Sweeney Todd to have ever existed and been Sweeney Todd.
So, her job is to create the perfect Sweeney Todd chair, and so she's trying to balance this play with her trying to defeat the evil librarian, and they go through quite a few iterations of trying to defeat him. It's not oh, that didn't work, okay, plan B, oh look, plan B worked, we're done.
My favorite bit with Sweeney Todd is when she's sitting in the audience watching during one of the performances, and she turns around and Mr. Gabriel's just hi, and she screams.
No holds bar.
It's just no, demons, all the demons love Sweeney Todd. No one on cast or crew will be hurt until after, and she's just okay. And I love how much of a musical theater geek she is because she relates everything to musicals, and she goes on a couple of rants about the usefulness of musicals and everything, and different composers, and just how much Sondheim rocks. And I'm just yeah!
A lot of fun. Yeah, I had to go and listen to the whole soundtrack of Sweeney Todd after reading this book. I'm yes!
I love
these
Sweeney
songs.
Todd.
So a lot of shit goes down. In one attempt to kind of get Mr. Gabriel, they tell an adult, which results in said adult being murdered.
There's just so much murder going on behind the scenes. It's great.
Yeah. Then they try and go to the occult store and get help from one of the guy who owns the occult
His name is Aaron.
bookstore, and he royally fucks them up because he releases their hostage and then makes a bargain with Mr. Gabriel, and you're like, dude! And it turns out that he's actually in love with this like female demoness, like totally devoted to her, and she just like hates him and she doesn't want anything to do with him. You also slowly start to find out that the reason the demons have been kind of acting up is that the Lord of Hell is gone, and in order to be in for possibly taking over his position is you need to compete in this like death brawl, and also you need a human bride slash
concubine.
groom. Yeah.
Mr. Gabriel is here to find himself a bride and also collect enough kind of like soul life energy so that when he goes in to fight the other demons, he'll be powerful.
Yeah, so he has chosen Cynthia's best friend Annie, and she's just like, no, I can't let you take her. Meanwhile, Annie, like no matter how many times Sin tries to snap her out of it, just will not listen. She's under his spell, but she also kind of wants to be under his spell.
She goes on a few tirades about it, about how, you know, Annie being in this, wanting that dark fairy tale in her life. And I'm like, I get that. Real life can be so boring. Wouldn't it be nice to be in, like, a story?
Yeah.
I mean, it's messed up, and he's a teacher, and that freaks me out. The fact that he's like a demon made it okay, because I'm like, okay, he's not actually a teacher, but still, you know?
Just that dynamic.
Just that dynamic freaks me the hell out, and I know that it happens that people abuse their positions of authority like that, but
So other things that happen, Mr. Gabriel fucks up and accidentally lets a whole bunch of other demons in the school. So that means that a lot of people are going missing, and also he's kind of had to like make bargains with other people to, you know, keep things status quo.
So the new principal is a demon, and so they have a deal like, okay, we'll like hold down this fort, we'll split it 50-50, but once the tournament is on, our alliance is over.
Yeah. Then of course, you know, because everybody's dying, Cynthia has to make a deal with Mr. Gabriel to help get rid of all the other demons. So they end up even like working together at one point, which like was so interesting because he's like, this is a tough decision. I don't want to do this, and it's not exactly the right thing to do, but it's the thing that needs to be done. And, you know, she does it, and it works out for her and for Mr. Gabriel at the same time.
A lot of the decisions that she makes could have turned out badly. You clearly see the stakes of what she is doing throughout this book.
Exactly.
She's risking a lot, and because she's risking things, it pays out in the end, but it could have easily gone the opposite way.
She ends up having to make a deal with Aaron's demoness to help her out 3 times in like the unspecified future and lend her power in exchange for a couple of weapons to protect her and a chance to save Annie once the tournament starts. And, you know, that's a super big gamble as well, but she does it and pulls it off, and that's how she ends up saving Annie.
So she gets dragged into the demon world, and I love the sequence right before that where Ryan is just like, look, no, you don't have to do this. You need to start thinking about yourself and not everyone else. You need to be selfish. And that also felt very real to me.
Yeah. And she also has this kind of existential crisis where she's like, I'm deciding what is right for Annie, and she's a person and she has a right to feel how she feels, but I'm making this decision for her, and should I be? And I really like that as well, because it's acknowledging that doing the right thing is not easy, and there's no kind of like clear-cut moral answer to doing the right thing.
And then she ends up in hell, and Annie is not having a good time.
So you're like, okay, I feel justified.
So Mr. Gabriel is killed by Aaron's demoness, Annie is saved, everyone is happy.
Sin and Ryan finally admit their feelings for each other.
And Sweeney Todd goes great.
And all in all, it was a really fun book.
It was fun. I liked it.
Just the right amount of cheese and some really good themes in there as well. Totally recommend this book. It was really entertaining, and it's an easy read as well.
You'll just fly right through it.
Oh yeah, that was our review of The Evil Librarian, and we also have an advanced copy of The Revenge of the Evil Librarian, which we are super excited for. Tell us what you thought of this book if you've read it, and if not, give it a try. Bye guys!